Hi, thank you for joining me. Today's topic is Christmas and memories of a loved one. First, I want to say happy holidays to everyone. I'm sure everyone's getting ready for the holidays, shopping, a lot of food, lots of fun, getting together with loved ones. That is awesome. Well, today's topic, at first I was wondering, should I really talk about it? And then I said, you know what? Let me discuss it or let me talk about it because I think that there's so many people out there that are perhaps having the same feelings and the same sadness of missing a loved one who are no longer with us. And this happened to me, so I wanted to share this experience with me because that made me think about how I think it could be so much needed, especially during this time. So there was one evening I was on my way to the store, and I don't know how many of you have ever had this, that you're listening to the radio and all of a sudden they play a song and you perhaps are not even thinking about it, but all of a sudden you get a memory, a flashback of a memory that happened years ago, and you perhaps weren't even thinking about it, and all of a sudden it takes you back to that time, and it literally feels like it just happened yesterday. And this is what happened to me. I was listening to Christmas songs, and I love Christmas songs, but they played one specific song, and at that moment as I'm driving, it takes me back to the moment, to a memory which is bittersweet for me. um and it takes me back to this memory from years back, of a memory that I held dearly in my heart, and at the same time it brings me great sadness. So on December 24th of 2014, I experienced one of the saddest Christmas Eves that I've ever had. My baby sister, and my only sister, she was 40 at the time, was hospitalized, and she had her medical condition was getting worse. And due to that, even though I wasn't living in the same state, I traveled just to be with her and to also be with my nieces and my parents. It was a very, very hard time for all of us to see my baby sister suffering this way. It was very heartbreaking to see what she had to endure back then. Um, and I remember this Christmas Eve as if it was yesterday. I remember my nieces, my parents, and we were around her bed, and we, as Hispanics, we like to open our gifts on Christmas Eve at 12 a.m. And I remember 12 a.m. came, and we were all trying to smile, and my sister also tried to smile, and we were all trying to be strong for one another. And I remember when we were giving her her gifts, as she was opening them, and she would try to smile as she would open them. And even though our faith, my parents and I, our faith, we kept our faith and it kept us strong, and we try to think positive. Deep down inside, even though none of us said it, we were all afraid that this was going to be the last Christmas that she would spend with us. And the next 3 months after that Christmas was the longest months that I've ever experienced. It felt like an eternity. seeing my sister as she was deteriorating and, not getting any better, the moment came, the moment that we dreaded. The Lord took her home. Our Lord took her home. And so that day came, March of 2015. And just like I feel, or this sadness came to me, because I remember that in the car as I'm listening to that song, that memory just came, and I just started crying. And I'm driving and I'm just crying. I can't stop crying. I get to the parking lot. I remember taking a deep breath and praying to the Lord to strengthen me. It was a tough moment, even though I wasn't thinking about it prior to this. And this song just clicked, and it brought this memory back. But, as I'm feeling this way, I started thinking how many, and I'm sure that many people are grieving the loss of a loved one, especially during the holidays. I think that when it comes to the holidays, the birthdays, Father's Day, Mother's Day, it becomes so hard for many. Many of us have lost one loved one or many loved ones who we wish we could have with us today. But one of the things that comfort me and comfort us, my parents as well, that the Lord had took her home and she was no longer suffering. So it was a bittersweet, because we wish that she could still be with us, but not that way. Not if she was going to be suffering in a bed like that. The way she suffered, everything she experienced in that hospital was horrific. It was heartbreaking to see. But to know that she's at peace and no longer suffering, that brings peace to our hearts. But I know many people during this time when they feel that grief during these holidays, they may get to the point when the sadness that they're feeling becomes unbearable, that they feel like they can't go on any further. And this is the reason why I wanted to talk about this, because I think it is so important. The truth of the matter is, it gets hard at times, but it is important for us to remember the good memories we shared with them, right? And because if we're not careful about our emotions or how we feel, the grief that we feel will not allow us to see or appreciate those around us, those that are with us today. It doesn't allow us to see that. And those people that are dear to us, that are our loved ones, they care for us. They don't want us to be feeling this way. They want us to enjoy life. If we are not in control of our own emotions, the grief can take a toll on us completely. And my faith in God played a huge role on how I was able to overcome and face the loss of my sister. And I'm so thankful to him. He showed me how to hold on to all those beautiful memories, to hold on to those happy memories, and also reminded me that my sister wouldn't want me to be sad. My sister wouldn't want me to be living this way. She would want me to be happy with my children, with my husband, and move on and live, So, many times we wish we knew why things happen, and I'm sure we have so many questions. And the truth of the matter is that there might be times we may never find the answers to any of these questions that we may have. So the holidays are here, and I wanted to talk about this because I wanted to tell you it is time for you to rejoice and be thankful for all that is good in your life, you know? And however, if the sadness is unbearable, that you feel that you cannot go any longer, I say to you, hold on to those beautiful memories. Embrace everything that is beautiful in your life, you know? Live your life to the fullest and enjoy every moment as if it was your last. If we were to think this way and keep going and enjoy life, I think that, you know, even though we miss our loved ones, we would be able to move on, and just think how they would want us to be. They would want us to be happy. And during these holidays, yes, it is okay to, you are going to miss the loss of your loved one. You are going to miss their, remember their presence, and you're going to remember the memories. But just hold on to those. Remember that through their memories, they are in our hearts forever. They live in our hearts through those beautiful memories. What I want to aim at is, do not allow that grief and sadness to take over your joy of today. It is okay to live. It is okay to enjoy life, because life is a gift. I hope that this short talk was a blessing to you. I hope that you enjoy the holidays, that you have a wonderful and safe holiday. Be blessed. Till next time.